Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started. Howdy! One day I want to talk about long-term charts. Bitcoin decides to go up right before the stream. You can't make this up. Anyways, what is up, everybody? Let's get the drop going. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I had to jam out to the drop real quick. I've heard that song. I can't even think about how many times I've heard that song. I probably heard that song, give or take 1,000 times. Still gets me amped up every single time. Every single time it gets me amped up, and I'm over here going, every single time, guys. Every single time. Anyways, Bitcoin, I guess, trying to come up a little bit here. We'll see if it gets up a little bit higher. I'm not terribly convinced, though. Are we setting up for the midweek reversal? As I always like to say, everyone always likes to bring up the midweek reversal when it supports their bias, but no one ever likes to bring it up when it doesn't. You know what I mean? Tomorrow's Wednesday. We got midweek. What's midweek? Well, it's Wednesday. All right. Anyways, let's jump onto some charts. So, has anything changed for Bitcoin, my friends? Well, we'll talk about it. Let me see what the chat's saying first. I got to tease you a little bit. What's going on, Interactive? Frank Fractal. Wrong chart today. Today is Cadena. You love Cadena, man. I'll tell you. You love Cadena. Michael said, I hope Horse Guy didn't sell. Let's see what Horse Guy did today. Should we see what Horse Guy did in the pregame lobby? Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got in the pregame lobby. Let's get everyone in here. Smack up that like button for hopefully a little bit of a pump stream, even though I wanted to talk about long-term charts today. Every single time I want to dedicate a stream to that. Man, Bitcoin decides to say, no, we got to pay attention to some short-term time frame charts. Every single freaking time, my friends. Horse Guy, come on. Come on. No, I know you're sad, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, here he comes, guys. I don't really want to go on the stream, Jordan. Do I have to? Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed to tell them what I did. Okay. Hey, guys. It's Horse Guy. Yeah, guys, I am not in Bitcoin anymore. I actually sold my position right here and went short because I watched some other YouTube videos today that said we gonna go down. And I actually went short, so I am very sad right now. This is manipulation. People told me we were embarrassed today. Stock market dumped. Why didn't we dump? I am so embarrassed at myself. Oh no, no, here comes more pain. Anyway, Horse Guy, it's okay. You'll get the next one, man. Buy support, don't short support. Buy support, don't short support. What do you know? It works again. Holy moly! It's like rocket science. Jerome Powell's in the chat. What's going on, Jerome Powell? Jerome Powell, what's going on, buddy? Jerome, can you keep us a little next week? Jerome. I know you're in the chat right now. Can I ask you a very, very big favor here? Okay, a very, very big favor. Jerome, next week, next Wednesday in particular, when you speak, can you take it a little bit easy on us, because I can't have you coming in here and wrecking us next week. Okay, so if you want to give us a little bit of we see the effects on the economy, we might have to slow. If you want to do that, Jerome, let me know in the chat if you'll do that for us next week. Guys, we got the inside scoop. We got Jerome Powell in the chat here. Anyways, let's see what Bitcoin's got going on. So, am I totally sold on this move up right here? I am not yet. Okay, I am not yet. Now, how does Jordan get sold on the move up? Even though, if we go based off what we always say, my friends, when was the time to go long, or when was the time to buy a little short-term swing position? It was, once again, when you're at support. Ding, ding, ding. Chicken wings for later, tofu if you're vegan. There you are. But you're back down to support where you bounce once, twice, and 3 times. There you go. Not a huge move, but, if you did get in on that, nice. Anyways, how do we get convinced? How does Jordan get convinced? Well, I want to see us, like I said, ultimately get back into this wedgie. Okay, now, I've told you guys a million times, it doesn't matter where we bounce from. I think Bitcoin's coming up to 17,600, whatever way we do this, whether we bounce from this level right here or we bounce from 16,600, I think we're going to see a $17,600 Bitcoin before we actually, possibly, at that point, we'll discuss when we get up there, this actually ends up curling back down and we come back down this way. But I expect 17,600, man. This move doesn't change anything. We've been saying that even when we're just doing absolutely nothing down at the lows down here. So ultimately, we're still got a wedge. Okay, any move up at this point could still be a back test before you get a continuation. Okay, but if we're able to get back into this wedgie, okay, a little bit of wedgie, then I think we see 17.6. Bob, what do you want now, Bob? Oh my God, man, what do you want? What do you want?
Jordan, we all know that you're bearish, okay? Don't come on the stream and say, oh, yeah, I'm bullish. Listen, I hear you every day in your room, okay? Every day you're sitting there going, oh, man, Bitcoin looks so bearish today. I see you say it in your room. I do. Just tell him the truth, man. Tell him the truth. All right. Guys, I wanted to let you know on Jordan's secret. Later.
You guys want to see Jabba? We will bring out Jabba. Okay, Jabba will be at, if Bitcoin can get back over, here's what we'll say today. If Bitcoin can reclaim 17,300, we will bring out Jabba and Jabba will get liquidated, okay? So 17,300. Make sure I don't forget, my friends, all right? Bitcoin smacks 17,300. If it does, I am not convinced yet, but if it does, we'll bring out the Jabba Meister. We'll bring out the big Jabba tits, okay? I know you guys all like Jabba's tits. In the meantime, Let's see. You just say every Holy Lord. It's a dead cat bounce. Oh, man, it's a dead cat bounce. Anyways, I still expect 17.6. You guys can keep calling me crazy, but at this point, if you called me crazy since the lows, you have been...
Nope.
Wrong. Okay? So, just want to put that out there. Anyways, what else do we got cooking here for Bitcoin? I don't want to spend too much time on the short-term charts, but Bitcoin might make us spend a little bit of time on the short-term charts. Really, I mean, here's where we're at. I mean, it's a lot of the same, okay? A lot of the same stuff as we jump through the little charts. We got the previous highs flipping into support. Very, very basic resistance into support. If you got bearish at support, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you if you got bearish at support. You know, it is what it freaking is at this point. If you've been through this whole bear market, okay, and you get bearish at support, I don't know what to tell you, especially the last 6 months. Holy moly, guys. But anyways, that's where we're at. It's really just a rage-bound Bitcoin, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down. Just kind of playing the range at this point. I guess the move has been short 17,300 and long, 16,800. That's been the move for the past couple days. If you done it, congratulations.
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
If you didn't, well, that's okay. We'll get them next time. My friends. But same standpoint. I still think that they bring it up to 17,600, which is to test the previous low, okay, back here from June. I still think they come test that and see if they want to bring up a higher than the June low. Okay, so before they ultimately bring it back down, right? Because if you look at our current price action, my friends, Mike is going to tell you exactly what's going on here. Guys, I'll tell you exactly what's going on. We've seen this exact same price action before. Look up here, okay? Look up here. We talked about this yesterday. Christ, does Jordan have to tell you guys again? I'll tell you right now. All you need to know is Bitcoin's going to dump, but it's not going to dump right now, all right? Look at this. You get one spike, you get two spikes, you get bounce off support, you make that third deviation high, and then you dump, you idiots, okay? Don't FOMO right here. Look what Bitcoin's doing again, all right? Look what it's doing. Very, very simple. One spike, two spikes, two bounces off support, rise, deviation high, dump. Don't get bullish at resistance, you idiots. Oh my God. I'm out of here. Enjoy buying at the highs. Later. Oh. There is no volume. Also, as well, there is zero volume on this pump. Okay? Thanks, Mike. Mike is spitting facts right now. Mike is spitting facts. And to be honest, I have to agree with a little bit with Mike right now, man. It's still the same stuff. I'm expecting that third hit to the upside to get that stop hunt rise. Right? One hit, two hits, third hit, break the highs, dump. It's the same damn thing. Maybe it doesn't play out the same way this time, but as always, I gotta still respect that price action that we had up there. Okay, so same deal. Wherever it bounces from, move up 17.6, dump it. Okay. Oh God, I didn't mean to press that right now. Guys, we're not dumping. I'm sorry. We're not dumping right now. Holy moly. I messed that up, guys. I apologize. I really, really do. Mike knows all. Let's see. Cheeto says, why is Jordan calling a little baby move up from 17K? Bro, I've been calling up since we were down here at 15.9. So that's been a pretty decent move there. If you didn't catch it, well, you've probably been short in resistance, stopped, short in resistance, stopped, short in resistance, stopped. It is what it is. I think you're going to get stopped again, my friend.
Rant alert.
Just wait on it. Just saying. Midweek reversal Wednesday, baby. All right. Anyways, I'm done trolling today. You get the guy in the chat coming. Why Jordan's bullish from 17K? You think that's a big move? That's a big move? Oh man. You gotta love the chat trolls, bro. You love the chat trolls. Holy moly. All right, so you guys get the point. I guess it's, I mean, nothing's really changed, I guess. It is what it is. It is what it freaking is. Anyways, let's jump back over here. So I don't really want to spend too much time on this. I want to go over some macro charts, okay? Because everyone's a macroeconomist. So you know what? Today, I'm going to be a macroeconomist today, okay? I am going to be a macroeconomist today, okay? That's what I decided to do. Let's freaking get busy, all right? Because we're going to look at some serious deep dive shit. I told you I was going to get some deep dive shit, okay? Everyone likes to make these assumptions. Well, let's dig deep into these assumptions that everyone has. Everyone likes to say a couple different things. Let's start it off like this. Everyone likes to say, let's wait for the Fed pivot, we're going to dump. Hold on. Or, sorry. Let's wait for the Fed pivot, we're gonna moon. Okay? Let's also wait for the Fed's gonna pivot. You know, this is exactly the same as 2000 and 2008.
Nope.
Okay? Let's also say that, you know, let's also go with the assumption that, I guess, you know, this time is different. Actually, I would agree with that one. All right, so let's freaking get busy. Shane said, how many people in your chat are full-time crypto? I don't think. I don't know about any, man. You gonna play Jim Cramer videos? We can play Jim Cramer videos. Do I have Jim Cramer? I don't have a Jim Cramer face. I need a Jim Cramer face. Holy moly, man. How much do I need a Jim Cramer face? Anyways, I don't want to spend too much time on that. The one thing I will say is, guys, we got to get back above 19K. All right, 19K, 19K, 19K. Anything below 19K is pointless. Okay, now, good buying opportunities, but, you know, for you to turn into a moon boy below 19K, no. There ain't going to be none of this below 19K, my friends. Where's, dude, I don't even have my moon helmet anymore. Hold on. Helmets. Let me find my helmet here. It's probably really dusty at this point, guys. Shit, man. Look at these helmets. There's some serious helmets in there. Look at this helmet. Yeah, this thing's dope. This thing is dope. There's some serious helmets in here, man. Look at this thing. Man, I like some of these helmets. Anyways, the moon helmet's gone. I gotta find it. It's probably up in the attic. We haven't used it in a year. But, you know, no moon helmet until we at least get back above 19K. Nothing's really changed until we get back above there. All right, so let's see. Let's just double check on Bitcoin. Guys, if Bitcoin starts pumping again, let me know. Let me know if Bitcoin starts actually pumping, like getting above 17,100. Let me know in the chat, okay? But I don't want to know unless we actually get back above 17,100. Let me see. Jordan dumped the moon helmet. No, we still got the moon helmet. I just had to put it in storage for a little bit, okay? We have to wear the crab helmet for right now. Because in reality, I mean, we have the last 6 months haven't been bullish or bearish. It's been crabbish really for the last 6 months. With one dump, you know what I mean? I mean, in reality, we're at the previous low was at 17.6. We're at 17,000. Whippy. Okay. All right. So we talked about this earlier. Let's start with the Bitcoin stuff. All right. Let's dig deep here today because no one else is going to dig deeper than this. Okay. Let's dig super deep. So let's start with the basics. What do we got going on? We're going to start with Bitcoin, then we're going to go to some macro stuff. Okay, like the S&P, like the DXY, like the VIX, like everything you can think of. We're going to go over everything. Okay. So Bitcoin. We talked about this morning, but I just want to touch on this again for anyone that wasn't in the morning stream. Okay. Bitcoin typically, so we know like, this is the halving, this is the halving. These red lines are the previous halvings, and this line is the next halving, right? Right here, expected to be in early April this year. Typically, this also is the bear market resistance band, which is the 20-week moving average. When you get back above the 20 moving average, typically you go into a bullish market, right? I think we all know at this point. If you've been watching, I think everyone knows that at this point. Is there any newbie in crypto right now? Guys, is there anyone in the chat? Raise your hand. Is there anyone in the chat that's in here right now that got in crypto in the last month? Let me know in the chat. I bet there, and don't lie, be honest. I bet there was not one person who got in crypto the last month that is in here right now. Okay? Which is good. Let's keep it that way for now. Okay? So we talked about this morning. Okay? Bathwater said 48K June 2023. Bathwater, do you actually believe that? Let me know in the chat. I want to see receipts. Do you actually believe that? Are you trolling? Let me know in the chat, because I don't want you to come back in here and say, I was trolling. So let me know in the chat. Do you actually believe that? I respect B-Water's opinion. I respect Alpie's. Alpie thinks 65K by March, and that's absolutely nuts, my man. If Bitcoin goes to 65K by March, I told you I'd give you 1 ETH. I'd give you 1 ETH. I'm dead ass. If Bitcoin went to 65K in March, because at that point I'd be very, very happy, and I think we all would be very, very happy. Okay. So, previous lows. So the first halving, we know from the halving to when Bitcoin got back above. Actually, let me see. Fumbles, first time here. Fumbles, I know it's not your first time. All hail the halving. Been here since 2017. Safe Moon got me into crypto. 2020. I don't think I see anyone that's been in here for. Okay, Trevor, you're lying, man. I know you've been in here for longer. Jerome Powell, I know you're lying too. You guys are all lying. There's no one new in here. Let's be honest. Who's getting into crypto right now? No normie's gonna go, ooh, look at this. A crypto stream. I care about crypto right now. Anyways. So from the halving to when Bitcoin got back above the bull market support band in the first cycle, okay, it took 49 weeks. Okay, mark it down. 49 weeks. Okay, cool. Yeah, you had that in your brain? Cool. From this one right here, from the halving until when Bitcoin got back above the bull market support band, was 54 weeks. Okay, so you got 49, you got 54. Now, I go in this one, it went back below. But the standpoint is when you get back above it for the first time in the bear market, okay, 54 weeks. Just mark that down. Okay, right here. Then we have June from the 2020 halving to when we got back above it here, 59 weeks. Okay, so yes, we have 3 data points. Like, are we partying on 3 data points? No, we're not like, oh my God, wow. Oh my God, wow. So that means the next bull market has to start in 64 weeks from the halving if I add 5. Right, Bob's not coming out here and learning math.
Wow, I just learned more about math than I did in 4th grade. Holy crap. 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15. Holy moly, Jordan's good at math. Jordan, can you teach me math?
Right, we're not in here doing anything crazy, but if you notice, it's 54, it's 49, 54, 59. Okay, so if we were to just put that out, okay, and this lines up with, sort of, I guess my thinking a little bit. Bathwater said 48K in June, dump back here, then moon towards halving. That's pretty much like we did in 2019, right? We had a massive mid bear market pump, and then back down. Listen, Bitcoin 48K in 6 months, I take that too, my man. All right, so here's what we got. 64 weeks, if we were to add 5, right? So 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Right now, the bear market resistance band is at 20K to 21K. Okay, that moves down every single week. All right, we know that. It's a moving average. But that would put us getting back above it sometime in the middle of June. Sorry, not in the middle of June. That'll be so long away. In the middle of January, okay? The week of January 16th, if we were to do the same thing that we've always done. Now, it's always funny how this stuff, like we always like to say this time's different, this time's different, this time's different. And a lot of different indicators this time is different. But as far as price action, we've done really the same shit that we've done every single time, right? You look at the MACD, it might be a little bit different. You look at the Bitcoin hash ribbons buy signal, it might be a little different. But this is lining up pretty much what I think. I think, the next month might be a little boring, right? But I think after that, we might start seeing a little bit of upside from there, especially if the Fed starts doing 50 and then 25. And then 0, right? And then maybe we get a Fed pivot, which everyone's expecting to dump. Maybe it does happen, but it depends on what the market does in the next few months, I think. Anyways, we look right here, okay? how far is Bitcoin? Let's just do some simple stuff, right? Bitcoin has come down from the highs, has come down about 78%. Okay, how far did it come down last time? Last time it came down approximately about 84%. All right, so a little bit less than the last time. How far did it come down before that? 86%, so a little bit less than this time. And how far did it come down before this one? Well, this one came down a lot. This one I think was 94%, if I remember correctly. 94%. So you can see each bear market, you actually end up losing. The bear markets tend to be less price that you drop each time, right? If we're just going based off that. And always, the most common one is Bitcoin usually bottoms about a year from the highs. At this point, Bitcoin bottomed. I mean, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up, man. From the highs that we had in November to the lows, exactly 52 weeks. Okay? And we go back to 2019. How much was it? Well, exactly 52 weeks. Okay? And this one, this one I think was a little bit longer. This one was 58 weeks. But you get the point, right? Right around a year. So, doesn't mean the low's in. That's not what I'm trying to say. But we're about in that time frame where it typically has in the past. Now, this is just Bitcoin shit, right? We haven't even got into the bigger picture, which we're gonna go nuts today, man. We're digging deep today, okay? Right? We're digging deep. Let's go check on Bitcoin short-term price action, by the way. 17,092. Guys, don't forget to remind me if Bitcoin starts breaking 17,100, you gotta let me know in the chat, okay? And then we're gonna jump back over here so we can be on Java liquidation watch. If you know what I freaking mean. Jelly bean, all right? Where's all my jelly beans?
You're not liquidating me today. No. Jordan, it's going to dump at 17,299. I'm adding to my short. Just watch, okay? Just watch. It's going to dump at 17,299. And everyone's going to laugh at you, all right? All right, guys. I'll see you guys when you guys all are broke from belonging, okay? See ya.
Since when did Java get so mean? Holy moly. Let's go back down here. I think Jordan actually did prep work for the stream. All right, let's continue on. So Bitcoin, we know 17,100. Let me know if it starts pumping again, all right? Spam me in the chat. Say Bitcoin pumping. Let me know. Right now, it's trying to go up again. Here we go, 17,094. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. We said this earlier. Every single day, let's do a quick rant alert. Every single day I come on here, Bitcoin doesn't do shit. The one day I want to go dig deep, it wants to do something. I might as well. The market makers know what I'm doing. Okay. Anyways, what was I at? Where was I at? I was at here. Okay, so we did all that stuff. We went based off time. We went based off of how far we've dropped. We went based off of how far we are from the halving. All right, so we've gone deep as far as just simple price action shit, right? As far as price action and time, it's really been the same up to this point, all right? And sort of, we jump back into our favorite chart, which is just basically looking at this as far comparative to the two previous bear markets, and we're sitting exactly where we should be, my friends. Doesn't mean you can't get another dip lower. I want to make that clear. Okay, I'm not calling a bottom here. I want to make that very, very clear. I'm just saying that I think that we're in the range where we're getting there. If it's not already in, I think we're in the range where we're getting pretty freaking close at this point. Okay. Anyways, let's stop getting a little dirty here. Oh, we pumping? Oh man, it's gonna troll right here at 17,102, isn't it?
Strap up. We're going
it's
to the moon.
It's gonna troll right here, man. Let's come back. Let's get back over this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that bad boy. All right, we still didn't break 17,100. So let me continue the trend of what we've been talking about. So very simple chart. We know this, right? This is accumulation zone for me. I am pretty freaking confident that I'll be, even though I am accumulating in this zone, I will be very upset that I did not accumulate more in this zone when I look back at it when we are, like B-Water said, when we're over here in a few, halfway through this year, I'll be very upset. Or, in 2 years when we're somewhere up here, I'll be pretty upset. So either way, That's my basic strategy right now. As we go down, we DCA in. As we go up, we DCA out. Let's keep it simple. Let's not make this more difficult. I mean, you have people telling you do this, do this, do this. Pick your favorite coins. As the price moves down at this point, do what you got to do. All right. As price starts to move up in the next 2 years, let's start DCAing out. Okay. And then everyone who laughed at us for buying down here, they buy in as we sell. Rinse and repeat. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. All right. So we got that coming on. Now let's get deep and dirty. Right. Let's get more dirty than anything. So we know the events that are causing Bitcoin to do everything this last year is the FOMC and the CPI. Okay. That everyone likes to point to that. Is inflation topped out? Is Powell going to start, speaking a little bit better? Is the rate hikes going to start decreasing? Okay. Now, that gets us into an interesting discussion because we go over to where the stock market is today. I don't want to talk about too much about short-term price action, but this is a key level on the short term where I want to see this hold on the S&P. Okay, this is a massive level. We've been talking about this for we've had this trend line here for months, and we've been talking about the eventual test of this. Will this hold? Okay, and I'm very curious to see what the rest of the week does because we know Monday and Tuesday, right? They're setting up a move, but Wednesday can also be that midweek reversal where the market ends up going the opposite way. Okay, now we have a rising wedge we broke down. This is the same thing we're looking at with Bitcoin. If you notice, Bitcoin and the rising wedge broke down. We're trying to decide if the S&P can break back into the wedge, just like we're trying to decide if Bitcoin can get back into the wedge. Okay. So we'll watch this. I don't want to spend too much time on this today, but continues to be a pretty big level to watch in the S&P. Now, let's get deep and dirty to some Fed talk, okay? Because you guys all love macro talk. What's gonna drive the prices? The macro, man. Let's be honest, right? Fed Chairman Powell is gonna come in. Where's Mr. Powell? I guess we can say this guy's Powell. Now I'm gonna raise basis points by 50. So the market's going to pump a little bit. All right, guys, let's set up for this interview. Oh, CPI is down? Guess. CPI is down a little bit. Okay, so I got to be a little bit hawkish here to make people not so excited. All right, so let's be a little hawkish today. All right, here comes the interview. Hello, my name is Jerome Powell. I'm the chairman. So guys, you guys can see that CPI is coming down, but here at the Fed, we are not very confident that inflation is topped out yet. So we have to remain cautious and we have to keep higher interest rate hikes on the table for these next couple months. Okay. All right. Let's get off this. Hey, holy moly, man. I'm putting myself to sleep acting like Powell. Holy shit. We got the daily close, by the way. Bitcoin closed at a measly 17,090. I'll take that all day after a pretty boring, really the boring Monday and Tuesday, really. So I'll take that as a nice little end to the day. Why not, man? I'll take that all day. Philly, what's going on, man? He said, yo. Kennedy, what's going on? He said, yo. Waterfly's been a member for 14 months. Holy shiza. I think it's actually been longer than that, too. I think this thing is just jacked up. He said, don't be lazy. Time to bonk the like. Time to bonk that like button, man. All right, let's jump onto this. This is what I'm excited to talk about today. The Fed pivots and inflation peaks. Now, what's the common narrative? I see two common narratives, okay? I see the narrative that we're waiting for the Fed pivot. We're going to pump to the upside on the Fed pivot. Those are people that just haven't done any type of research and they're just parroting what other people say, okay? And then you have the second type of people that say, oh, the market's going to dump because every time the Fed pivots, the market dumps. That is a little bit more true, but I think we have to dig deep a little bit more into that. All right, so let's dig a little bit deep, and I want to show you guys this next year is seriously unprecedented as far as what the price action for the markets have done versus what the Fed's doing. It's so much different, man. So let's dig a little bit deep. Okay, let's dig deep today. No one else digs deeper than this. Okay, let's dig deep. All right, so. We know. So this is the Fed funds rate down here, okay? And then up here, we have the Fed pivots and inflation peaks. This is the S&P 500. I put green arrows where inflation has peaked in the past, and I put red arrows where the Fed has pivoted in the past. Okay, so you got the basic setup of the charts here. Let's get busy. So let's go back in the past. So we know that inflation peaked down here. So far, that's been the low, right? Where inflation has peaked right here. Now, let's get super deep today. All right, so let's take a look at. I want to go back to what everyone compares this to, which is basically back here in 2008. Let's go back to 2008 first. Okay, so 2008. The reason why, and I think this time is, I don't want to say different, but I think a little bit different in the circumstances. The Fed pivoted at the highs. What does the Fed pivoted mean? It means that they start taking off interest rates, right? You'll notice right here down on this chart in 2008, you'll see right here on the bottom chart, this is when the Fed started decreasing interest rates, right? So that's the Fed pivot. You'll notice that was at the top, which we know that. We've already had the stock market top, okay? And we haven't had the Fed pivot yet, okay? The stock market's already dropped 30%. We haven't had the Fed pivot. Weird, right? We go back to 2000. It's the same point. Look at this. Look at this right here, man. Fed pivoted at the highs of the stock market. We go back over here. We notice that this was the highs of the Fed funds rate. They pivoted. Boom. They started coming down. Markets started coming down. What's different this time, like we said, is the Fed hasn't pivoted yet. Right? It's so much different. Anyone that's saying this time's the same, okay, yeah, sure, you can say that. But the price action's not the same. Okay. Also, if you look, what's a little bit different than 2000 is inflation peaked over here. This is where inflation peaked at the highs. Okay. Now this is a little bit similar to 2008, where the inflation peaked right here and then we dumped. Still not the same. I mean, you still have more price action. That's been a little bit different. I also wanted to look at this time a little bit different. Okay, because you look at when did the Fed actually start raising rates? Well, the Fed started raising rates at the peak. Okay, so the stock market peaked right here. The Fed started raising rates in, it was March of this year, and you guys can see it was basically at the peak of the market. Whereas you go back to previous times, the Fed started raising rates, boom, right here back in February 2004, and the market still continued up as the Fed raised rates. A little bit interesting, right? Go back to this one. Fed started raising rates all the way back in 1994. Market continued up this time. Okay? Anyone who says this time is exactly the same is just not looking deeper into it. It ain't even close to the same, man. As far as where the Fed started raising rates, as far as where the Fed pivoted, as far as where inflation peaked, it is nowhere near the same as these two times. So I hate seeing the narrative pass. It's the same, it's the same, it's the same. It ain't the same, my man. Just look at the charts. Holy moly, you're just parroting what everyone else says, man. Shit. But anyways, that's my little rant. Sometimes I like to rant, but I will say that if this time is going to be the same, and I want to make this clear, if this time is going to be the same, I think the market's going to come up a little bit higher here, right? If the market starts coming back up before the Fed pivots, like if the market gets up here and then the Fed pivots, right? I think it'll end up being the same, where market comes up, Fed pivots, and then we see a dump, okay? But if the market doesn't come up anymore, right? If the market actually does this before the Fed pivots, if the market continues to get crushed, we're coming back down to the lows here. We're kind of, if the market does this into 2023, I don't think we get that, Fed pivot and then dump down here. I just don't really see that. So once again, this time is nowhere the same. And I'm not acting like I know what's going to happen. I'm just showing you guys that it ain't the same, man. It ain't even close to the same. Holy moly. Let's see. Dan said rant 7 out of 10. Brian said what she's trying to say, it's the same. Brian, I love when you come and troll it here. I love when you guys come in. You're like,
so, what the hell is he saying? So he's saying it's the same as 2001 and 2008? That's what I got out of this rant. Oh, Christ. So it's the same, man.
So I am excited for 2023 because I am not under the assumption that it's all doom and gloom like people are saying, man. I'm not under that assumption. That's just me looking at the charts and not parroting what everyone else says. All right? That's me actually doing my due diligence and looking at these things and saying that. Now, this is not saying the low's in, but this is me saying that, the market's just going to keep dumping. Fed pivots, we're just going to keep dumping more. I'm not convinced. I think there's going to be a move up somewhere in there. That we'll be sort of getting our little eyes on there. Anyways, as I stop ranting, Bitcoin finding a little resistance here at 17,070 at the moment. By the way, let me see who sent it. Shane said, "How much to buy the Santa hat from you? You want the Santa hat? I don't know. You could do it. You can bid for it. Who wants the Santa hat? Shane, you could have the Santa hat, man. You can have the Santa hat. Unless someone else wants the Santa hat. I will send Shane the Santa hat, okay? Shane, just because you asked, I will send this to you. No, free of charge, my man. All right? You don't got to pay anything for the Santa hat. As soon as we're done with this, okay? We can't get rid of the Santa hat until Bitcoin makes a new low. Just want to make that clear. I might be wearing this for a while, by the way, which is okay. It's December, so it's not weird now. But as we start getting into January, February, March, April, if I'm still wearing this hat, it's a little bit weird. It's going to be a little bit hot, but that's okay. We do it for the team, But I'll send you this. That was the entire reason you offered to buy it. There you go. $3 for your sweat-stained shirt. That's funny, dude. That's funny. That was the entire reason you offered to buy it. Oh, because he wants me to take it off. That's true. 2023 is gonna be absolute baller times. Just be ready to get out quick. Yeah, we'll find out, man. We have more stuff to look at. That's not all. We got more shit to look at, my man. We're not done diving deep here today. Okay. What else do we got? Well, my favorite chart that we've been talking about is this one right here, where I don't see anyone else talking about this, man. And I don't know why people don't talk about this chart, because this is the most beautiful chart, in my opinion, that exists at this current moment. You can't find me a better chart that looks better than this. Okay, as far as upside, you might find me a bearish chart that looks better than this, but as far as a clean price and sort of Fibonacci and pattern chart, even though you could take off the pattern, I'd still be bullish on this chart. Okay, take off the wedge, still love this chart. This chart right here, which is Bitcoin versus the S&P. All right. And we've talked about this consistently over and over and over again, but we got our previous highs from both 2018 and 2019. So massive yearly highs. Okay. That's where Bitcoin just bounced from, my friends. Okay. We're not talking about no joke levels. This is not a joke level. Where also is coincidence that where also is that level. If you take the bear market lows to the bull market highs, what do you got? You got the 786 retracement also sitting right there as well. So we know we put this about a week ago. We said, let's check this in a few months. So far, so good. We are bouncing off that level. Now, this makes me feel a little bit better. Now, the reason why this makes me a little bit bullish, and for I guess, maybe not now, but over the course of the next maybe few months, is because if Bitcoin gets outpaced by the S&P, what does that normally mean? It means that the market's usually getting absolutely plummeted. But if Bitcoin's going to outpace the S&P, what that tells me is either we have a serious decoupling and the S&P drops and Bitcoin doesn't, which no, my friend. There ain't no correlation. I know the correlators are going to come out here. Yeah, man, we're decorrelating. Yeah, we're decorrelating from the stock market, man. Yeah, this is the first time that Bitcoin's going to start moving on its own, bro. I'm telling you right now, decorrelation. Don't come at me with the decorrelation. I don't think we're going to decorrelate. Bitcoin has decorrelated for short periods of time, but it typically doesn't do that consistently, my man. It doesn't do it, my man. What's the ticker for this? BTC /SPX. Just put that in, you'll get this chart. But if this does break up, okay, what that tells me is this is not a popular opinion, by the way. You guys know this is not a popular opinion. What this tells me is that I expect the market to be okay for the next couple months. Maybe not super bullish, but be okay. And if the market's okay, then I think Bitcoin can outpace the S&P. Simple as that, which it hasn't been able to do really this whole bear market. So let's see what we got. Let's get a little juicy, but could I see this rise up and test, a big level over here? Yeah, I can definitely see that. So we'll keep checking this, but this also makes me think that the beginning of 2023 might not be as bad as everyone's saying. Just my personal opinion, because listen, let's look at everything in a big picture. The big picture thing, right? Next year could be bad, right? Interest rates start actually affecting the economy. Maybe we get bad earnings. Bad earnings equals recession. People go nuts, blah, 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 blah. But I guess the good thing that we can look at that is if inflation's peaked, that typically has a decent sign. Now, I'm not going to go too far into this, but anyways, the VIX, everyone's favorite indicator, the VIX. Okay, we're actually going to look at the VIX and the Bitcoin VIX. The Bitcoin VIX. Yeah, we're looking at the Bitcoin VIX today, my friends. Let me see. Jim said we're definitely decorrelating. Let me see. Go back over here. Come on, BTC. Give us a little more price action today. I guess BTC is allowing me to talk at this point. It doesn't want to move up and allow me not to talk, if you know what I mean. So let's look at the VIX. The VIX, if you guys don't know what the VIX is, it basically just measures the volatility of the S&P. You guys know this. I want to look at this in the bigger term time frames. People usually look at this like in the daily and stuff. Let's look at this on the weekly, okay? And it has a pretty clear trend. Since this bear market started, it continuously makes higher lows, right? So higher lows really since 2018. Typically, if you guys don't know the VIX, typically when it's low, it's a good point to get out of assets, and when it's high, it's a good point where people start capitulating, and it's a good point to get in, right? Simple shit. The Michael Vicks. He said the Michael Vicks. Don't bring any dogs out here. Don't be bringing any dogs over here. Just kidding. Michael Vicks. Michael Vicks, we forgive you, okay? By the way, all my Eagles fans, I know you're out there, Mike. Do you like Michael Vick? All those Eagle fans out there, do you like Michael Vick? Michael Vick I loved using Michael Vick back in the old Maddens, man. He was really the only running quarterback, but when it was just a bunch of dinosaur quarterbacks. It was basically dinosaur quarterbacks, Michael Vick, and a little bit of Donovan McNabb, who also was sort of a dinosaur quarterback. But Michael Vick, he was the best to use in like Madden, like 08. He was the best. He was the best. But, right here. So the VIX, you're at a pretty interesting level, though. I'll be interested to see if this can actually crack some of these lows down here, right? Because look at how high it is in the grand scheme of things, right? Look at this. In the grand scheme of things, I haven't said that in a while. Holy moly. The grand scheme of things. If we come across like this, if we actually look at this, December 2017, this is when Bitcoin peaked out last time. I'm curious because this has been high this whole year, right? So, which means that there's been a good amount of fear this whole year if this has stayed up here. I'm curious to see when this actually starts to break down, right? Because if this can break down, this guy's got room to run down, which means that assets have room to run up, right? Doesn't mean it has to, but, and I know everyone's waiting for that big spike up, right? The big spike up that causes massive fear to be the bottom. Listen, maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it happens way later into 2023, something like that. But I'm curious in the short term to see if this can eventually break down. If this does, this will be the key that shows me the S&P is going higher. If this starts breaking down in the weekly, I'll be like, okay, S&P is gearing up for a bigger move than everyone thinks. But for now, you're still at this support level. So we'll watch that like a hawk, like a freaking hawk, flying through the wilderness that sees a rat on the road. Okay? Why a rat? Hawks like rats, man. I don't like rats. I'm personally getting pizza for dinner tonight. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm getting pizza. I told you guys the other day I was getting pizza, but I got chicken parm. Today, I'm getting pizza. So cheers. Cheers to everyone who's getting pizza today. Oh, fear and greed ads? All right, let's take a break for the fear and greed ads. Yesterday we had like some weird vibrator shit. Let's see what we got today. Let's see. We got t-shirts. Okay, cool. I was talking about t-shirts yesterday, so that kind of makes sense. We got rush order tees, $13. Make your own t-shirt. $4, make your own t-shirt. Holy moly, man, look at these t-shirts. $1.99, make your own t-shirts. That's a good deal right there. It's a good deal for the bear market. Whoa, I could actually afford that t-shirt in this bear market. Holy moly. There is absolutely no volume on that t-shirt, and I love it. $1.99? That's a better price than buying Bitcoin right now. I'd rather buy that t-shirt than any Bitcoin, ever, because Bitcoin's bearish. It ain't going up anytime soon, but I'll tell you what, my credit card's coming out for this t-shirt. Oh, yeah. Rush order tee. This one's not fun. Let's refresh. This one's not fun. Let's see what else we got. We got a SIM card. Whatever this, why does it show a picture of a light? I don't know. And we got look at this, a 288 Chinese shoe. Holy moly, man. Look at that 288 Chinese shoe. Holy crap. How do you even make a shoe for $2.88? That is absolutely insane. You go to Nike, it's $200 for a shoe. This one's $288. It's probably the same fabric. Holy moly. Fear and greed's ever at 29, so we just seem to be kind of sticking in this high 20s range for about I was going to say, make a joke and say about a week ago, but it's mostly been about a month ago. All right. So we got that. Let's look at this. This is the Bitcoin volatility index. And this is why I think that Bitcoin and I don't say this lightly, right? I say this with looking at this chart very, very closely. Bitcoin the past 6 months has had absolutely no volatility, right? Let's be honest. From June to now, since when Bitcoin went to 17,500 that first time, we haven't seen any volatility, man. Okay, yeah, we've seen a move up to 24K. Okay, cool. Yeah, we've seen a little move up to 24K. All right, let's zoom out a little bit. If we really zoom out, this has been the last 6 months. Chop suey, man. We got a little move up to 1724. Cool. We got a little move down from 20 to 16. Cool. But this volatility for Bitcoin is historically low. Historically low for a 6 month period. And then we're getting to see some serious levels. We come back look over here. This is the Bitcoin volatility index. What is this, you might ask? Same thing as the VIX. This measures the volatility of Bitcoin. Okay? And typically when this gets super, super low, like look where you're at now. Since about October, this has been historically low. Historically low, man. Lazarus just said $233 for one shoe. The other shoe costs $150. Holy moly. But here's the deal. Bitcoin is historically low volatility, right? We go back and look at some of these times that we've been this low, right? So in October, we were that low. We got a big spike up. We obviously had a lower low. But if you look at where we're at, look at some of these other times. Let's look at October 2020 and July of 2020. What was going on during those times? Okay, and I want to make this clear. This doesn't mean I think that's going to happen. That what's going to be this specific one. But we go back to October of 2020 and July of 2020. We were right here, and we're right here, right before pretty massive moves. Okay, pretty massive moves both times. This is on the weekly chart, by the way. Okay, so we had those 2 times right there. Obviously, an absolute monumental move happened after that. Now, we go back to the time before that. All right, but let's go back to some of the times where we closed down here. We have March of 2019, and we have October of 2018. What happened those 2 times? So let's go back and look. Let's go back and look real quick. So we had March of 2019, which was right here. Obviously, you see this very low volatility period. What happened after that? And this is like this is what Bathwater was kind of talking about, and just going based off Bitcoin's volatility, like something's gonna give here. You know what I mean? March of 2019, super low volatility, obviously absolute explosive move to the upside. All right, you said, okay, Jordan, we've had 3 and we moved up to the upside. So you just say we moved to the upside. Well, no, I mean, You look at, what was the other time? October of 2018 on this, right? Yeah, November, October 2018. What was going on during those times? Well, that was when Bitcoin was hanging off a cliff right here. Obviously, what happened after that? Absolutely explosive move to the downside, right? So you'll notice that these low volatility periods end with a bang. And there was one more time where it was this low, which was January 2017. You guys can probably guess what happened there. I probably don't have to show you, but January 2017 was right around this period right here. And obviously, you already kind of started the bull run, but this one was obviously, that's when it started to get super parabolic to the upside. So you can see, I mean, it's not always up. It can be down, but the times that it's been this low has resulted in absolute explosive moves. So let's see what we got, right? Let's see what we got. Everyone's got an opinion. Right? Everyone, if you think you're going to see that explosive move to the downside or that explosive move to the upside, I mean, everyone's got a freaking opinion. My opinion, I think we coil up a little bit more in this range for about another month or two. But after that month or two, as long as inflation continues down, okay, that's the big kicker. As long as inflation continues down, which, I mean, do I know? I have no idea. I think it does, but as long as inflation continues down, after maybe we go have a little spike up here and there, but a sideways really December and a sideways January, I think we see that kind of spike up to the upside, kind of like we did over here in 2019, that catch everyone off as a surprise, right? Inflation continues down. The Fed ends up pivoting in maybe April, May of 2023. Everyone's excited. Oh, bull market's starting, right? We're ahead of the halving. Fed pivots. Stock market close to all-time highs at that point. Boom. Fed pivot dump. Okay? Now, this is my thinking based off of everything we just talked about today. Okay? Doesn't have to play out this way. This is more so of just Clint's favorite word. This is my hypothesis, or this is my what's the word? Clint, Clint, I know you're in here, Clint. What do you always make fun of me for saying? This is my, not hypothesis. This is not my theory. There's a word that Clint always makes fun of me for. What's the word that I always say, guys? I forget. But yeah. So I guess that's where it leaves me. I'm expecting a big move. Inflation continues down. I don't see why the market dumps. Okay, if Powell keeps decreasing the interest rates, which is expected to be in December, don't see a reason why we move down. But what could be that kicker, based off what we see in the past, is that Fed pivot. But that's only if the market moves up before the Fed pivot. If the market keeps dumping before the Fed pivot, I'm not expecting that. Anyways, the penis. Clint tells me penis, doesn't he? Clint tells me the penis. Holy moly. My thinking process, something like that. Thesis, yeah, my thesis. There it is. My thesis, which is the same as the hypothesis, no? I have no idea. Is a thesis and a hypothesis the same thing? This is my hypothesis. This is my thesis. I think those are the same thing. I don't know. Am I dumb? Maybe I am. I have no idea. And you're asking, you might be asking, okay, so what's your plan for it based off that? This is my plan, guys. I mean, and this goes without saying. It's just the same thing we've been talking about, right? So how do we react to that if that happens? Once again, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what's going to happen, okay? I have no idea, okay? No one knows. Your favorite YouTuber has no idea what's going to happen, man. Okay? Me, Kevin, no idea what's going to happen. All right? Jerome Powell doesn't even know what's going to happen, guys. All right? So let's settle down a little bit. All right? I'll tell you this right now. Jerome Powell himself, who controls the whole market, probably doesn't even know where the markets are going. All right? Just want to put that out there. But, simply, if that does play out, something like that, you best bet I'll be taking profits on the way up. Okay? If Bitcoin starts cracking, 25K, 30K, 35K, 40K. Guys, I told you my theory is Bitcoin doesn't get as high as everyone thinks in the next bull market. Okay? I don't think Bitcoin gets. I think there's a higher chance Bitcoin doesn't crack 100K than goes above 100K. And you might hate me for saying that. It's just facts, man. So you best bet that if the market starts cracking these levels before the Fed pivots, oh yeah, I'll be taking profits. You best bet. You best bet. And I'll be banking on that move back lower. If it doesn't come, hey man, if it doesn't come in the market pump still, it's crypto, man. Bull market time, boy. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's where we're at. Alp said, I ate a ridiculously delicious pizza today. Was out of this world. Dude, I am so excited for my pizza. What should I get on my pizza today, guys? Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll real quick, man. So moon? Dan said so moon. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. So what should Jordan get on his pizza? Actually, let's do this. Answer the poll. It's going to be what should Jordan get on his pizza? And then number 2, do you think the market dumps when the Fed pivots? Okay, I want to know what you guys think in the chat. I want to know what you guys think. All right, let's see this. What should Jordan get on his pizza? Vegan pizza? Not a chance I'm getting vegan pizza. Listen, if I'm getting pizza, I'm going all out. Should I get meat lovers? I am a meat lover, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, Jelly Bean. I am a little bit of a meat lover, I'm not going to lie. Mike said he wants to get pizza now. Shit, man. Bathwater said pesto, chicken, red onion, bacon, feta, and garlic. Wow, that's a lot of toppings, but that sounds delicious, man. That pizza would cost like $30 with inflation. Shit, with all those toppings, you best bet. Pineapple and ham. I used to be a pineapple on pizza hater, but it's actually not that bad. It's not that bad. Let's say meat lovers. Let's say BBQ chicken. I don't know. For some reason, I'm kind of craving that. BBQ chicken. Let's just go original pepperoni. No, I need some proteins on there. I need some proteins. Let's do pepperoni. How do you tell I spell pepperoni? Holy shit, man. We did a deep dive on macro. I can't even spell pepperoni. Pepperoni and let's go chicken. Why not? A little chicken on there. And let's go pep and bacon. Because, guys, I need a little protein on here, okay? So that's why I'm giving you so many protein options, all right? Let me know. It's going to be one of those 4. Now, if you want, you can add me a little bit. 2023 going to make the depression look like a country fair? Holy shit, Tech. You are bearish. That's fine. Can't find the Bitcoin SPX. You sure that's a ticker? Let me check for you, Sats. Let me see. I'm pretty sure that's a ticker. Let me try it here. Let me try it on this chart for you. If you type in BTC/SPX, just like this, and press enter. There you go. There you go, man. Right there. So type in right in the search bar, nothing different. BTC/SPX, and then just press enter. It'll pop up for you. All right. Basil, pepperoni, bacon, and green peppers. Oh, boy. Barbecue chicken, red onion, and what does that mean? I can't read that. Gruyere cheese, no? Gruyere cheese? Oh, Gruyere. How'd you know? I was saying that. You're a genius. Gruyere pumpkin spice on pizza? Ew. That sounds disgusting, man. That sounds absolutely disgusting. All right, so we did our deep dive today. Let me know if you like the deep dive, man. I can. If you guys like those more deep dive long-term charts, let me know. I mean, I have a lot more I could show you guys. I don't want to use it all for one sort of stream here. But if you like those, let me know. I can do more deep dives. There's way deeper we can go into this. Like we can go into super specific shit, but we'll save that for another day. I think we did enough macro talk today. My head hurts, bro. I feel like Jerome Powell right now. No, I don't really feel like Jerome Powell, man. I'm gonna be honest here. It's a cheese. Now I know it's a cheese. I am shocked that someone know what I was talking about. Deluxe pizza with beef and extra cheese. That sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good too. All right. Any altcoins that did anything today? Let's go check out the ETH chart real quick, because I know we've kind of neglected altcoins lately. But I mean, has there really been reason to look at altcoins? I mean, not really, my man. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we'll look at ETH. Look where ETH got rejected today. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up, my friends. Now, does ETH have enough juice to get back over here? Come on, give me that midweek reversal, bro. I just sounded like Bob. Give me that midweek reversal, right? I am George. We're all George. Guys, it's Wednesday. Bitcoin gonna go up for sure. There's absolutely no chance that Bitcoin's going down. There's no chance that Ethereum's going down. They're building extremely strong bases. We got the Fed meeting next week. The CPI is going to come in lower. Guys, we're going to go to the moon. I'm telling you right now, we are going to go to the moon. And not even to the moon, to Mars. Not to the moon, to Mars. That was the best video ever. George's like, we're not going to the moon. We're going to Mars. When he was talking about SHIB. Anyways, look where ETH got rejected, man. Previous lows. This was the level we have to break right here. Bada bing, bada boom. Rejection. So now I look at this 4-hour candle and I say, it did not take 50% of this vector candle, right? So what does that mean for me? And you also have this yellow one here now. So we've got a little bit of conundrum here in the short term. A little bit of a conundrum for all you guys. So what comes first? Do we move up or do we move down? I think you're going to see both ways here in the short term. It's a matter of which way you're going to see first. Now, if I had to guess what's going to happen here, this is just my guess, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. I sort of, let me go to the hourly on BTC. I like to base everything off BTC, if you guys know what I mean. I like the way Bitcoin looks right now, right? I see the W formation, the rise. I see the retrace to retest the W formation highs. You bounced right off that on the hourly candle. You took this 1 hour vector candle. I like Bitcoin to continue a little higher here. So I'll be looking at 17,200 as a key level right there, by the way. So Bitcoin gets the rise up. I should expect Ethereum to get that rise up. Now, here's the thing, guys. Let's not turn into moon boys here. At least yet. Okay, we have our levels where we can turn into a moon boy, but what's been the story, guys? ETH has gotten rejected from this point 1. Right? Just like support. Let's not turn into moon boys. 1, 2, 3. What does the market maker do here? And then what does Horse Guy do? Well, Horse Guy will tell you what he does. Ooh, look at Ethereum. I don't want to buy it right now. It is getting rejected off resistance. But it's not a good resistance. I'm going to wait until it goes a little bit higher. Ooh, look at Ethereum. Ooh, wow. Ethereum is going absolutely nuts to the upside. Twitter is telling me we are going to the moon. Ooh, Carl made a video today. Ooh, he said Bitcoin to 100K soon. Wow. I'm going to buy some Ethereum here. This looks like a good point to buy some Ethereum. Wait, what the hell? I bought the breakout. We know what it is. We know what it is, my man. All right, let's get rid of this. Get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. All this. All right, but you guys get the point, right? I'm looking for that spike up, just like Bitcoin, right? Spike up. I'm still Horse Guy. I'm talking, man. I might as well just be Horse Guy at this point. Holy shit! Imagine if I actually looked at like Horse Guy. I kind of do though. Some of you guys made a funny joke. Who does Horse Guy look like? Let me say. Who does Horse Guy look like? Let me know in the chat. Some of you guys make a funny joke with that. You guys said a couple people in the past, and it's actually true for like all these people. But yeah, be careful on that spike up, just like BTC. BTC gets that spike up. I mean, here comes BTC again, right as we say that, actually. Beautiful formation there, by the way. See the W formation, the back test of the W head. Oh my God, I love when we back test the head. My God, right up the shaft and right to the head. But, just like BTC. Spike. if we just spike up like that, that'll make me a little bit nervous there. Because it gives me PTSD from this point right here. Spike up. You know, it gives me a little bit of PTSD. You know, maybe it's trying to give us PTSD. I don't know. Like, is there anyone in the... Let me ask you guys this. And I'm saying this for immediate short term. I told you guys my macro outlook today, okay? I think it's a pretty reasonable outlook. I don't think it's like terribly moon boyish or anything like that. But my at least in the next... Before the FOMC meeting, I'll say this. Because the FOMC meeting could be the big kicker that actually does catapult us higher. Before the FOMC meeting, do you guys think that Bitcoin has a chance of hitting 19K before the FOMC meeting, or even get into the into the 18Ks and 19Ks? Let me know. I think there's a chance we could spike to 18,000, but any higher than 18,100, I'm not sold. Not sold whatsoever. And maybe that's just me being a battered bull. I don't know. We've been battered for so long. How can I think that? You know what I mean? Just hold above 17.1 is the thing right now. True. I'm excited for next week, because next week is the FOMC meeting and that we've all been waiting for, right? I mean, we look at Bitcoin coming up. So here's the thing, and here's why this is so exciting, right? Because we have, let me see here, where is it? 7.7. Here we go. So we have inflation that is coming down, right? We know inflation's coming down. Okay. I'm so excited to figure out, which is coming up on the 13th. We get the CPI, where this ends up being, man. Could you imagine? And I'll say this: could you imagine if this? I think it's expected to be 7.3 is the expectation. Could you imagine if the CPI comes in at like 7 or lower? And in reality, I mean, you're still at 7% inflation. I mean, you're not partying over 7% inflation. I mean, it's down from 9, which over a course of a few months, I mean, it's pretty good. But could you imagine? No, it's just speculation. Who knows what's actually going to happen? I do think inflation's peaked out, though. I mean, you guys can't tell me that the world is not programmed. Look at the inflation peaks over the history. You can't tell me, anyone who tells me that this shit ain't rigged, right? Everything in the whole monetary system is not rigged. Without looking at this chart, you're lying. You're going to tell me that there's a perfect trend line for the 4 inflation peaks in history? You can't tell me this shit's not rigged. So guess what? Where's the next inflation peak going to be? Probably at this trend line. You know what I mean? Or, if this does break out, that's the end. That's the end of everything. Right? If inflation starts coming up here, that's the end. GG, man. GG, man. But, man, I'm excited for next Tuesday to see. And I'm excited to see, I think everyone's expecting the 50 basis points. I think no matter what happens, I think you'll see 50. I don't think you'll see 75. And that's already baked in, so that's not going to pump the price. So, and then what Powell says, obviously, is the big kicker, but I'll see. All right, here comes BTC. I'm sort of ranting right now. BTC's pumping. Come on, BTC. Give me something.
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
Small little pumpy pump. Jordan! No, Bitcoin's got to break back above 17,300 is job of getting liquidated here, guys. 17,300, and then we'll play the pump song too. But I can't justify playing the pump song just yet. I can't justify it because Bitcoin's volatility is so low. We've only pumped $130. You know what I mean? It's so sad. I mean, we consider that a pump nowadays. Back in the days, it wasn't a pump unless you pumped 5% or more. Okay. In most of the days, like if you said, this altcoin pumped and it didn't pump more than 10%, it wasn't a pump. Now, $100 move? It's set. right, let's put this back on. Pump it, Lord. The halving in 2024. True. The halving is in 2024. But I think people think too much about the halving date, and they don't think back, and they don't really think about when has Bitcoin typically gone up before the halving. Because everyone knows about it. It gets front run, man. You know? Bitcoin actually typically ends up dumping near the halving, right? Because everyone's like, oh, it's the halving, let me buy. Bitcoin usually ends up dumping, they sell, and then it starts going back in a bull market. But, you know, I'm interested to see. And I have a lot of theories going into this bull market, right? Because crypto, though I would argue crypto is pretty mainstream now. A lot more mainstream than it was in 2018, you know, as we sort of approach whatever the low is going to be. Who knows? But, you know, crypto is a lot more mainstream than it is when it was 4 years ago. I'm interested to see if now that so many people know about the halving, right? If it plays out differently this time. And I don't want to be that speculator like, oh, this time is going to be different, man. Because, listen, it's done the same thing every single time. I'm not going to say it's going to do something different. I'm curious to see if there's something in me. I don't know why I have this little feeling in me, but something in me thinks there's a possibility that there's going to be a lot of people waiting for the halving, because that's obviously you wait to the halving. It's a little bit more safer than buying at in the bear market. You know, people like safety for whatever reason. But those people that wait, could you see Bitcoin actually get a rise before the halving, and then the halving acts as like a sell the news event? I don't know if I would necessarily rule that out. Right? Maybe that doesn't like it's the halving day and it dumps that day. I don't know. I'm curious. I'm a little bit. I don't know. It's a weird little thing going on. Everything is playing out differently this time. Sure, everything is playing out differently. That little feeling could be. Max said it'll be the same. Yeah, listen, I'm going based off the assumption it's the same, but the last bull market didn't play the same at all. The last bull market was super, super weird, man. I mean, you had the pandemic crash, an instant V-shaped recovery, and Bitcoin instantly does like a 22x in 1 year, has like this weird little double top, goes straight down this bear market with no bear market rallies. It's been an interesting ride, you know. The halving will be the halving. True. Too much free retail involved, which is free money for Martha makers. Martha maketh, man. For the Martha maketh. The market maketh is control the market. Don't you know? During there's not a chance. Oh, we need a lift guy. This is a good lift guy. During the market maketh. Don't you know about the market maketh? They're not going to pump it before the halving. They're going to take all the retail free money who FOMOs at the highs. Of course, they're going to pump it up at the halving. Okay? Don't you know that? The Ethereum Classic is going to pump like 100x, and I'm going to profit so much of Ethereum Classic. Just watch. Okay? You bullets at the halving. You freaking weirdos. That's it. All right, let's check out some alts. I told you guys to check out some alts earlier, but I sort of lied to you. Let's see. Man, alts really aren't doing much right now. It's kind of like the Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin's really not really doing anything either. Alts aren't doing shit, my man. Alts aren't. I'm looking at these top altcoins. They ain't doing shiza over here. Shiza. Nothing. Why am I on the monthly? Holy shit, that monthly looks like a freaking... I don't even know. All right, let's go to the daily. Let's zoom in a little bit. Look at Doge. The Doge is... Let me go back over here. I love Doge, man. But no, Doge. Let's see. Let's zoom in a little bit more on Doge. I don't want to spend too much time on alts, man. I think at this point, if you've been in crypto long enough, you know how altcoins work. But, so the Doge seems like it just keeps getting higher lows. It did break down from that point, right? Which we were looking at, okay, is Doge forming, some type of weird little for at least from the closes. Some weird little ascending triangle pattern where you have high, low, high, low, high, low. You did break down from that point, but it's just like Bitcoin, right? You broke down from a pattern, but will you be able to reclaim? The reason why I think that you can, right? If those are claims here, you got the deviation play. You got the low, you got the low, you got the low. You break out, you make a lower low. That's when everyone goes short. They cut it there, they bring it back up. Why do I think they bring it back up? Well, the reason why I think they bring it up is a very, very simple scenario. One, I expect Bitcoin to go up higher. Number two, okay, number one's the most important, but number two, what's this thing right here? That's juiciness. This is juiciness right here. They ain't gonna leave that right there, man. That right there is a 5% wick. They ain't gonna leave that right there, man. That's a lot of moolah right there. A lot of moolah. Money, money, money. And you also look at Doge. What do we say? You get bullish at support. Where you at? Where you at? Where are you at? You bought support again. Woohoo! Woohoo!
Strap up, we're going to the moon.
But no, I think you're coming for this wick. Very, very simply. And same thing for Bitcoin. You rise up, you take it. Depending on what the S&P does the next couple of days, but it should be interesting. Stock market futures are up a little bit going into tomorrow, by the way. DXY is also up a little bit. So you got a little bit of, so you have the Bitcoin up, you get the stock market futures up, you got the DXY up. Everything's going up. Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo.
Basically, Bitcoin is clearly a scam.
Guy in here. Why not?
Cryptocurrency is clearly an idiot with no common sense. And scientifically speaking, according to a study at the Bank of Canada, more people who are financially illiterate invest in Bitcoin.
Leo said, don't you think there is a small chance the bearish reports so far may make Powell reconsider slowing down? It's a good question. I think, the jobs reports, the jobs are still bullish. But I was reading something the other day, and I showed you guys this a little bit. Even though jobs are bullish, jobs are bullish. Even though jobs are still getting created and we don't want people to be employed, which is, we want people to get laid off, which for markets, I don't want people to get laid off. But at the same time, you kind of do. I don't know what you want to do at this point. Can I say I want people to get laid off? I shouldn't say that. I don't want people to get laid off. I prefer people don't get laid off and we just get through this without people getting laid off. But the reason why that is the case is because, dude, because of inflation, because the rising prices of everything like rent and goods, because of that, a lot of people have to get second jobs, which takes up people, for one, have to get a second job, which fills more jobs than would normally because more people have to get two jobs. I think it was like 296,000 Americans had to get a second job just this year, not even including the ones that already had two jobs. And number two, it's also the fact that because of all the raising rates and everything, and because of the markets coming down, more people, that would be typically unemployed are going to be looking for jobs faster, I guess, because of the uncertainty in the world. So, and that stuff's lagging too. If people get laid off, they're not going to instantly be unemployed, right? There's a sort of a lag effect there. This, who knows? I hope that starts coming back down. Who knows, man? Who knows? There's too much to say about the jobs. I wish I can't say that, man. I feel so immoral to say I wish jobs were lower. I wish unemployment was higher. That just feels so immoral to say. I feel like Bob. Bob has no problem saying it. Listen, Bob will say it. Shit.
No, I want people to get laid off. I want people to be broke. Like me, right? I'm unemployed and I'm broke. I'm doing my part. Nice, man. Why can't you guys get laid off? If everyone got laid off and everyone was broke, we wouldn't be in this mess in the first place. Get laid off. Nice, man. No one is as selfless as me.
Oh, man. Too much. I watched the second job numbers report get debunked on how it's reporting. Amazing laying off 50K should be a good sign. Let's see. I feel like people have been getting fired for no reason just because big wigs have investments and know that people have to be unemployed for a better market. That's pretty messed up. That's pretty messed up. We don't want them to get laid off. We just want less available jobs. Something like that. Yeah, true. There's too much with that stuff. Bitcoin pretty bullish compared to NASDAQ this week. True. Though, that could change. Though I will say it's Wednesday tomorrow. Wednesday is typically a day where you see the market start to reverse back the opposite way. So far this week, it's been red, right? Do you see the NASDAQ and the S&P start coming back up the rest of this week? That's what we're watching for, my friends. All right? SBF is more selfless than you, Bob. Taking care of business, and people who are employed versus have been laid off is different. Many people have 2 or 3 jobs, so they have lost a job but are not unemployed. True. That's very, very true. Excuse me. Oh, man. That's true, Lazarus. That's very true, too. All right, guys. I'm going to end the stream there because I am craving my little pizza. And we went deep in here today. We dug very, very deep. Let's dig a little bit more deep tomorrow. Let's find some crazy charts tomorrow, too. But let's see what Bitcoin does in the short term. I mean, Bitcoin right now, we did have a little spike rise. It's a little stop hunt rise to the upside there. Ethereum came back up to resistance point. So this is a point where you got to obviously be a little bit patient here. I did say, I'm not confident in this initial move up here. I want to see I think the markets are going to see what the S&P and the NASDAQ and everything, and what the stock market's going to do and go into tomorrow. If those are green, I don't see a reason why Bitcoin doesn't go up with them. Okay, even if it's just a back test for the S&P. All right. So later, guys. Catch you guys tomorrow. Don't do anything I went into. Don't panic sell your crypto, and most of all, don't panic sell your crypto. But don't be afraid to take profits in the bear market rallies until proven otherwise. Maybe you'll see it today or tomorrow. Later. Peace. Adios. Ho ho ha. Ho. Oh, what was the poll, by the way? Meat lovers pizza. Meat lovers pizza for the win. I'm getting meat lovers because I love my meat. 40% on meat lovers pizza. That's crazy, man. 40%. Peace. You guys you gotta wait me. I gotta sit here for a second. Hold on. Hey. Have fun at Costco. I'm off to Costco. No, BJ's over Costco all day. I don't care what you say. Only because when I was a kid, I shopped at BJ's and not Costco. I'll say that. All right. Peace out, guys. Later. We're still here? And you guys still